Hi, I'm Logan Lansing, author of The Queering of the American Child and concerned father who spent the last 5 years researching and speaking about the rot at the heart of U.S. education. Your schools may be considering, or perhaps have already adopted, restorative justice, sometimes referred to as restorative practices. This should be cause for alarm. Let me explain. Restorative justice started in the criminal justice system and was quickly introduced into schools by activist academics and policymakers under the guise of reducing the achievement and discipline gaps between loosely defined student groups. These activists argued that too many minority students are suspended and expelled, which exacerbates what they call the school-to-prison pipeline. They claimed, following a huge push from the Obama administration, that traditional school discipline measures were rooted in white supremacy and whiteness, which disproportionately targets and affects minority students. Suspending students who fight, break rules, and cause chaos, restorative practitioners say, fails to address the root causes of behavioral issues for all students. RJ is sold as a way to uncover and address these root causes, making way for more equitable disciplinary theory. Activists will say that RJ addresses harm done, not rules broken. They sell RJ as a way to improve student behavior, school culture, and academic engagement. The literature is crystal clear, however. Improving student behavior is the motto of the Mott and Bailey strategy. RJ argues that student misbehavior is only considered misbehavior because our educational system was created by an oppressor class that has illegitimately defined misbehavior to weed out anyone who won't accept the reproduction of the oppressor's society. RJ argues that student behavior is determined by the structure of society and the policies of a school. It's not the students who need to change, it's society and the school itself. In this way, the blame for misbehavior is transferred away from individuals and placed squarely onto the school and community at large. The meat of RJ is found in restorative circles. Circles, the literature tells us, are largely influenced by indigenous ways of knowing and spirituality. The point of circles is to awaken a critical consciousness in learners. Restorative circles should be thought of as brainwashing circles, where children are convinced that everything in society is designed to oppress them, that all negative emotions and actions can only be interpreted through woke theories, such as critical race theory and queer theory. Restorative circles are abusive because they solidify the pedagogical value of conflict, meaning they find value in and take advantage of the conflict between students. Why? Because that's how Marxists think you move history forward, through generating and resolving conflict dialectically, to use the technical Marxist terminology. RJ doesn't try to restore order in the classroom. It attempts to take advantage of and even sow disorder to inspire activism and societal change. The point of RJ and RP are to completely transform schools, allowing for a maximum amount of student misbehavior, because the activists don't think misbehavior is really misbehavior. They think it's justified rebellion against an unjust social order. When implemented right, according to woke doctrine, RJ initiates children into the Marxist faith. But even when implemented poorly, according to woke doctrine, RJ fosters chaos which becomes a fruitful site of future activism and disorder. Of course, all of this costs the taxpayer tens of thousands of dollars per year. RJ creates maximum chaos, all while hamstringing teachers and taking students out of the learning environment to place them into the social and emotional environment where they are pushed to be activists. If your school is practicing restorative justice, then you can expect worsening academic outcomes, rampant misbehavior and chaos, high teacher turnover, and mentally unhealthy kids. Be curious. Does your school implement restorative practices? If so, what does that look like? What are the results? It may be time to start asking questions.